And welcome back to Atreyu News. Breaking: massive explosion just occurred. A large explosion in a Brussels neighborhood has reportedly injured 7 people. RT.com reported 7 people have been injured in a huge explosion that completely destroyed the upper stories of 2 houses in the St. Giles area of Brussels, Belgium. The explosion, which occurred at 4 p.m. local time on Saturday, caused a major fire at the properties of Boulevard de Waterloo on Saturday. One of the victims is seriously injured, according to St. Giles Mayor Charles Pic. Belgian French language broadcaster RTBF cites a police source as saying that the blast caused by a huge gas explosion. Pic told RTBF that the 3 stories of buildings collapsed in the inferno. Initial reports indicated that 6 people have been injured in the violent explosion. However, that figure was later increased to 7. 15 others were evacuated as a precaution. A huge number of firefighters and emergency service personnel coverage on the scene and at large area was cordoned off. Breaking: 2 students charged with rape, but news media won't report this on them. 2 immigrants from Guatemala, aged 17 and 18, but enrolled as freshmen in high school due to taking English as a second language classes, have been charged with raping a 14-year-old girl on the high school grounds, only after the attack was an immigration detainee lodged against the alleged perpetrators. From Fox 5 DC, 2 students have been arrested after police say they raped a girl in the bathroom of a Montgomery County high school. Police have charged 17-year-old Jose Monedo and 18-year-old Henry Sanchez with first-degree rape and 2 counts of first-degree sexual offense. The suspects were arrested at Rockville High School by investigators. They are both being charged as adults. Gas chamber comes to mind. According to court documents, the 14-year-old victim previously knew one of the suspects. She was walking with Montano in a school hallway on Thursday at around 9 a.m. when he asked for her sex. The police report indicates she said no, but then the 2 suspects are alleged of forcing the girl into a boys' bathroom and into a stall where they both raped, sodomized, and forced her to perform oral sex. The police report indicates she said no repeatedly, tried yelling, and tried to fight them off, but was unable to. At one point during the alleged attack, they heard a noise at the bathroom door. According to the charging documents, shortly after, they threw one of their jackets over the victim's head, walked her out of the bathroom, and left. Blood and other DNA were found by police in the school bathroom. The girl reported the rape to school administrators, and police were contacted, according to police. In court, the Montgomery County State's Attorney's Office argued the suspects should be held without bond because they are a danger to the public and are a flight risk due to being in the United States for a few months from Central America. The judge in the case sided with the prosecutors. They are charged with 3 very serious offenses that carry life in prison, so that is the maximum you can get in the state of Maryland, said Roman Koronoff, spokesman for the Montgomery County State's Attorney's Office. We prosecute criminals. We prosecute cases as the evidence leads us to those cases, and the immigration ramifications are determined at a later point by the proper authorities. Although the 2 suspects are 17 and 18 years old, they were enrolled as a freshman because they both arrived in the United States only a few months ago and were taking English as a second language. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement have now lodged an immigration detainer on Sanchez. Prosecutors say he came to the U.S. from Guatemala and has only been in the country for 7 months. I'm surprised he was able to restrain himself for that long. Students say they learned about the attack on Friday after the principal announced over the loudspeaker that there had been a sexual assault. A letter also sent home to parents. Students told Fox 5 that the bathroom is a quiet part of the building near the auxiliary gym. The school does not have resource officers who patrol the property. They walk around in between classes and there are security cameras everywhere, said one student we spoke with. Well, massive third world immigration. The funny thing is, well, it's not funny, it's quite terrifying, but the thing is that this happens so often in the third world, these idiots don't even think they've done anything wrong. See why it's dangerous now? They don't think like we think. They have a different culture, a different lifestyle. Women get raped all fucking day long. No one ever gets charged. Conservatives revolt against Paul Ryan for trying to undermine Trump, and it's bad. I cannot stand that buffoon. Got my Sunday morning coffee here. Monday, conservatives are revolting against Paul Ryan for his health care plan, Ryan Care. None more than his primary challenge from last year, Paul Nellon. Nellon has stated that Ryan has been trying to sabotage Trump from day one and never wanted Trump to win. Well, no shit. We already knew that. From WND, whether it's called Ryan Care, Trump Care, or simply the American Health Care Act, the GOP's replacement plan for Obamacare is turning into a political debacle, and Paul Ryan's primary challenger is pinning the blame for his disaster solely on the Speaker of the U.S. House. Yeah, because Paul Ryan is a Democrat posing as a Republican. Recent findings from public policy polling suggest less than a quarter of the voters supported the AHCA. Several moderate Republicans are also running for cover after the Congressional Budget Office report showed 24 million Americans will lose their health insurance under the AHCA. Conservatives are also in revolt, with Senator Rand Paul, a physician, calling for Republicans to smash what he terms Obamacare light. In an article on Breitbart, Paul seems to pin the blame more on Ryan than on Trump, suggesting Trump is being taken for a ride through the swamp right now. Political analyst Byron Rourke argues the healthcare battle is distracting from Trump's core policy proposal on trade and jobs and has made him a prisoner to the House Republican leadership. As Katie McHugh pointed out in Breitbart, the bill would also increase healthcare costs for white working class voters in critical Rust Belt states, the very swing voters that powered Trump's White House victory. Well, the article itself sounds kind of leftist, pinning Trump's victory on the white population, when in actuality upwards of 37% of Hispanics voted for Trump as well. So, I don't know. I still have faith in Trump. He's been doing the right thing. He's been telling the truth. I'm going to run with that.